Hey there, Kipsters. All right, so we have reached the end of our Powerful Forces unit, and it has been a really fun one. I've enjoyed reading all of these books with you all. Look at all that work you've done. Kiss your brains. We've done some awesome work with these stories, and I've really enjoyed it. Next week, we're going to start something new, which I'm excited about, but before we do that, we need to do something to kind of wrap it up, our unit about Powerful Forces. So here's the deal. Today, you get to kind of choose your own adventure, which is super fun, because you're going to pick some of your favorite stories that we've read about. And you have two choices of things that you can do. So the first thing you can do is write and answer the question, how does the wind affect people? What's the question? We saw that in a lot of our stories. For example, in Brave Irene, we saw that the wind affected her by providing a challenge. She had a really hard time bringing that box and the dress to the Duchess, but the wind also helped her at the end. So there's different ways that the wind affected her. You could also talk about one of my favorites for sure was William Kamkwamba in The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. And the way the wind affected him is that the wind actually changed his life, or you could say it made him famous, because he became well known and famous because he used the wind to make these windmills and save his village, which changed his whole life and saved his village. So cool. So many ways that the wind can affect us. The other option you could do is share your own story of maybe something that happened to you that the wind affected you. That'd be really fun to hear your own story of how the wind impacted you. So that's one choice, to answer the question, how does the wind affect people? And make sure you use some evidence from the stories to back up your answer. The other choice you have is to do a lovely Venn diagram, which we've had a lot of experience doing. And that's where you're going to choose two characters and tell about what's the same and different between what those characters experienced. So, for example, if you were talking about our feelings book, this one's more about emotions, so you're not talking about the wind in this one, but you could choose two characters or two stories from here and compare and contrast them. So here, we know this boy was feeling super happy, and you could find another story where a character was feeling happy at the beginning there, right? So their happy is the same feeling, but what's different is the events that caused it. Or you could talk about something that was the same event but caused different feelings, like this one here. Same thing that happened, but it definitely affected Tom and John in different ways. So that could be a fun way to do a Venn diagram and compare and contrast. Or you could take two of our other stories and characters and talk about the wind, right? For example, Gilberto and Owl, which I know is a favorite. Gilberto actually had a lot of fun times with the wind, where the wind made him very happy and playful, like when they were playing and blowing the bubbles together, right? But for Owl, when wind came as his guest, he was not too happy, right? He invited wind in, but wind and winter made a huge mess, so he was not too happy. So they both were involved with the wind, but had different outcomes. So, like I said, you have so many different choices and things that you can do. I'm so excited to see what you choose. So again, your two choices. You could either answer the question, how does the wind affect people? Or you can do a Venn diagram and compare and contrast two characters and their experiences. And I know with Miss Ross, you've been doing some reviews for your writing. This is a great chance to connect it with that as well. I am so excited to see what you guys choose and what you come up with and who's showing off that second grade ready work and maybe earning some points for their team. So I will put up a picture of all of these books at the end so you can see and make your choice. If you need to, you can always go back and watch some of the videos if you want a refresher on what the story is about. But pick which one you're going to do, and I can't wait to see what you come up with and what you write about.